is clean and calm again. Because I'm good now. I promise. I love you, John. I used to think I would have loved to hear Brooke Watson say those words. Now they broke my heart every time. I never thought I had a heart until it was broken. It's hard to see the point of something that only ever causes pain. You don't love me, I said, shifting my weight in the uncomfortable hospital chair. We were sitting in the dementia wing of a rest home in a dirty little Midwestern city called Fort Bruce. It was bigger than Clayton, the town where Brooke and I grew up, but that's not saying much. We'd left Clayton almost a year ago, when Brooke was just starting to lose her mind. She'd been getting worse and worse ever since. Your name is Brooke Watson, I told her, and you're my friend. She shook her head. My name is Nobody. Nobody was a demon, I said. You called her a withered. Her expression grew dark. The withered are evil. I looked out the barred window, seeing the slate-gray sky over the week-old January snow that covered the city like a layer of ash. New snow is clean, old snow is black and coarse and full of dirt and garbage. I looked back at Brooke. That's right, I said. The withered are evil, and you're not one of them. Nobody was a monster and she possessed you, but she's gone now. She's dead, and you have her memories, but you're not her. You're Brooke. I looked at her, wondering again, for the 1,000th time, how to help her. Her mind seemed to come and go like a breeze, ethereal and impossible to predict. Possessed wasn't really the right word for what had happened, but it was close. Possession implies a spirit or a ghost, but Brooke was taken over by a physical entity, a monster made of ash and grease, a black sludge that, in her more lucid moments, Brooke called soul stuff. The demon known as Nobody was made of it, and crawled inside her bloodstream and moved her like a puppet. I suppose the best word would be to say that Brooke was invaded, but honestly, when you're talking about a bodily invasion and using words like best, things are pretty screwed up, and you might as well just not talk about them at all. But that's life in the demon-hunting business, I guess. Yay. Brooke looked over my shoulder, her eyes locked on some distant memory rather than the hospital wall barely 10 feet away. Kelly Ishida, the cop on our little team of hunters, had covered the wall with posters of flowers and landscapes, but that seemed almost insulting. Brooke's mind was buried under thousands of years of nightmare memory, from when her mind had merged with that of a demon who'd spent millennia invading body after body, girl after girl, only to inevitably grow disillusioned and kill itself and the host bodies over and over. Were some pictures of flowers supposed to make that go away? My name is Lucinda, said Brooke, stating it almost slyly, like she was telling me a secret. I used to sell flowers in the market, but now I'm stuck in here. She paused a moment, and then her eyes fixed on me. I don't like it in here. A small tear welled up in the corner of her eye, growing bigger and bigger until it spilled over her eyelid and trickled down the side of her face. I watched it roll down her skin, leaving a thin, wet trail. I focused on the tear because it helped me to ignore all the horrible things that surrounded it. Her voice seemed far away and quiet. Can you get me out of here? Here, as I said, was the lockdown wing of the White Flower Assisted Living Center. We traveled a lot, following Brooke's patchy memories of various withered. We'd spent about 4 months in St. Louis, hunting a demon named Itho, who stole people's fingers, and then nearly 7 months in Callister, hunting a demon who could only hear people in pain. Demon wasn't really the right word any more than possessed was, now that we knew more about what they were, which still wasn't much, frankly. But at least we knew they weren't the typical boogeymen from Catholicism or